Another 7 football myths you still believe. Number 7. CR7 was the problem at Juventus.
Now just think about this logically for 1 second. If Ronaldo was indeed the problem, surely Juve would have relinquished the league in his first season there, considering they only topped Serie A the previous season by 4 points, and surely they'd have struggled through the group stages of the Champions League, considering they were rather unconvincing the previous season in a relatively straightforward group. But no, the arrival of Ronaldo not only increased Juventus' lead at the top of Serie A by another clear 7 points, it also led them to comfortably top what was probably the Champions League group of death of 18-19. It was only when this already aging team was truly on its final legs that the results also began falling off.
Number 6. Sir Alex Ferguson was a no-nonsense disciplinarian. Roy Keane was arrested for a bar fight on the eve of an FA Cup final. Sir Alex Ferguson stood by him. Rio Ferdinand missed a drugs test that led to an 8-month ban. Sir Alex Ferguson stood by him. Paul Scholes didn't turn up to a game on purpose. Sir Alex Ferguson stood by him. Cristiano Ronaldo supported claims suggesting that he was enslaved by Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson stood by him. So no, with this man, it wasn't my way or the highway. It was more of, okay, have it your way, but motherfucker, you better back it up on Saturday. Number 5. Roberto Carlos was a GOAT-level free kick taker.
Greatest free kick of all time? Possibly, but here's the thing. I do think this tiny tough tackling tree trunk fight tank toe punters twirling torpedo in Le Tournoi has somewhat inflated his free kick reputation, because while he has scored quite a few of them in his career, saying that they came far and in between would actually be somewhat of an understatement.
Number 4. Frank Lampard was just a goal scorer.
Lamps was also a world-class passer of the ball. I mean, for the stats merchant out there, the fact that he's 5th in the Premier League all-time assist charts above Gerrard should tell you at least something. He can also sit back and dictate play, had a sick final ball, and you know what actually wasn't bad defensively either. But for Chelsea during Mourinho's first 10, he didn't need to defend as there was already someone in the Makelele role. This guy, whoever he is.
Number 3. Luis Suarez had the greatest season in Premier League history. That's just not true.
So of Chewy Charlie's 31 goals that season, less than 30% were against the top 10, but that's not it. Not only was over 70% against the bottom half, but over 50% were against the bottom 5. Yes, over half of the goals of the greatest individual season in Premier League history were against relegation fodder. Let that sink in. You done? Good, cause I'm not. Cause even outside the stats, bar the Christmas away time game at the Etihad, he was marked out / disappeared in pretty much every big game that season. Well, also maybe apart from the time they ran over Arsenal. Not gonna lie, that was funny. And let's not forget, he also played in 3 FA Cup ties and a League Cup tie, where his overall impact in the 4 games combined to total the staggering sum of the cube root of diddly twat. Also, he ate someone in the World Cup.
Number 2. Michael Owen, the traitor.
This is just sad. Michael Owen is apparently a snake for joining Manchester United. No, he's not. The man, almost from the very moment he left to go to Real Madrid, he wanted to come back to Liverpool every year, was turned down by them every year, suffered with injuries every day, and was basically written off at 29. But then, he magically got a call from arguably the greatest manager of all time saying he wanted him, meaning he now had a choice between moving his family up and playing for relegation for the Hull City, or playing for Premier League winners where he'll still get Champions League football